like a 3-month look back and a 6-month look forward on activity, and formatting it in a way that's really dumbed down. So a client can go in there and say, oh, if sales are 400 units instead of 500 units in the next few months, but like, what does that do to cash flow? And it's just built in such a basic way that um that a client can work kind of independently with that. I've had my company for probably a little over 15 years, and it is a team of 2 plus an outsourced bookkeeping team in India, and have maybe in the ballpark of 25 clients that range from tiny little startups up to 15, 20 million in revenue on the larger side. And the industries kind of span between retail and e-commerce and professional service firms, and occasionally there are the kind of tech companies and things like that that come into the fold. And a lot of the work that I do as a CFO is more so around budgeting and planning and things like that. And then the team is obviously doing like the bookkeeping and the lower end stuff. Um, as I look forward, I'm probably gonna start to augment my firm and strip the team down to maybe back to just me and focus solely on the CFO services. Um, just from the standpoint of the volume of work that has come about with too many small clients. I think the problem that it solved is an easy way for me to organize data in a way that's functional for clients, specifically meaning non-financial statement formats, because clients get lost in that. So in being able to create different dashboards in different ways that are either like weekly revenue flash reports or whatever it is, or some, things of that nature, lent itself to better client conversations on my end and better, more functional, useful data for clients. So that I'll go in like reverse order. The outsourced team is using it in a way to, on one hand, like manage all clients. So if you thought about the uncategorized expense category, so the directive that we've given them in India is to just get transactions in. If you don't know what it is, put it in uncategorized transactions. And then my controller has one Google Sheet where each tab is a different client, and it's all of the uncategorized transactions. So it's one place to go versus going into all the different QuickBooks accounts to review things. And so it's been a tool in that manner. Um, it's been a tool to, in some cases, just have like a year-end consolidated financial package that we can download and give to a CPA. And then I'm moving more and more towards a standard report that is like a 3-month look back and a 6-month look forward on activity, and formatting in a way that's really dumbed down. So a client can go in there and say, oh, if sales are 400 units instead of 500 units in the next few months, but like, what does that do to cash flow? And it's just built in such a basic way that that a client can work kind of independently with that. I can create like just say a dashboard for clients and just say, hey, bookmark this, and that they can go in anytime, and it doesn't require a meeting of me, and it doesn't require like, oh my God, gotta blitz and get it ready before the meeting and review it, So um so from a client service standpoint, there's that element of education of, do you, client, understand what this is? because then you can open this up real time anytime, um, and work on this independently from me. And then speaking to that kind of go forward direction I was talking about for me is that it will become really the centerpiece of how to navigate client engagements so that there can be a more intentful conversation every month or every other month of like, what is the budget? I know we set the budget for the like, let me say this like in more like layman's terms. I've found it more problematic recently where we have a client, we set a budget for the year. And we go budget to actual, oh, we went over, we went under, whatever. It's actually not functional anymore. And I need to get more in the weeds and have more of a real conversation every 2 months. Like, what's the plan for the next month or two? So we can update this to see cash flow because so many of them are burning through their budget and not paying attention to their budget. They're just spending money. And then what good is it to say, oh, we missed the budget? Like, cash is gone and now we're in trouble. Creating this dashboard is is becoming the centerpiece of the engagement that I want to drive as a CFO going forward and have that be the talking point of I know where we've been, fine, cool, financial statements, but like what's your plan and what's the point of this spend going forward? So there you go, long-winded answer. I don't know. I'd say hour and a half per client, maybe. If you're thinking about kind of cool, here's the financial statements. Let's get that to Excel. Let's make sure it's formatted well, you know, because for all intent and purpose, they are standard reports coming out of QuickBooks. So I think it's really, I would contextualize that around the preparation time. So to have that be something that can automatically roll forward each month without doing anything, then that time is eliminated. Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm on Slack with half the team. Um, I don't know if you were with the company the end of last year, but they featured me. They did a whole campaign around like putting up CFOs on billboard in Times Square. So I flew out to New York and I sat in the office and I did like got to say hello to the whole team over like the Friday meeting. So I've gotten to know everyone pretty well.